I'm in frame. Hi guys, so I'm back with a video. If this video seems rushed, it's probably because it kind of is. I have to be somewhere in like half an hour, which is like bad prep on my part, but also I won't have more time because I'm doing too much this year and I'm so tired already. But yeah, I'm also trying out a new format. So let me know if you guys like this or you want me to go back to the bookcase. But I kind of just wanted to show off my stuff. So this video is my immediate TBR. I don't really do monthly TBRs if you guys haven't noticed, because I don't really read like that. I don't read like, oh, I'm gonna read this many books this month, this many books next month, roll it over. That has never really been my style. I just always have 6 to 7 books that I have or currently have on loan from the library, and I just pick from those once I finish my current read. So I'm here to share that immediate TBR, but first, so I need to tell you what I'm currently reading right now, which is, can you see it? It's The Gilded Wolves by Aru Shah. It is an arc. This book comes out the 15th of January. I'm like, I don't know how much you can see, but like halfway through it, and I already like adore it. All the characters are amazing, and like I highly, highly recommend it. So like put it on your Goodreads TBRs, and like I cannot wait for everyone else to read it because it's so good. The actual TBR part is divided into ebooks, audiobooks, and physical books. So I'm just gonna go through the list in that order. The first ebook that I have, which is Alone from Overdrive, is Love, Hate, and Other Filters. I've been wanting this book since like before it came out, but I just really never had the time, and I was kind of a little bit scared to get into it because it did seem a little bit intense. Even though it is sort of like cute and a love story, so I don't know where I was going with that. But it is a book about a girl, a Muslim American girl who is going through life, and then this tragedy occurs, which is being blamed on radical Islamic terrorism, and we get to see how it changes her life and her relationships with people. So it does sound amazing. I've heard really good things about it, so I can't wait to read it. The next book that I have on ebook, Howl's Moving Castle. So I watched the Studio Ghibli film on this with my friend, and she'd already read the book, and she like was telling me all these things about like how like the book made it even funnier and it was great. And I've actually seen this on some people's like top books of all time. So if it's anything like the Studio Ghibli film, I think I'll really like it. So I'm pretty excited to pick that up. That's really it for ebooks. Next is physical books. The first one on my TBR, one that I really need to read like right after, is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn, Hugo. I've heard so many good things about this. It's in everyone's top 5 favorite books of all time. And I just heard it's fantastic from so many different people, and I'm really excited to read it. The basic premise is that Evelyn Hugo is a movie star, I think, and then she is finally willing to tell all, and she calls this biographer over to her house and basically relays her story, and it reveals a lot of the character things, and I've like heard it's done super, super well, so I'm excited. The second book on my physical books list is The Captive Prince, which, let's be honest, I chose only because I heard it has the same vibe as The Queen's Thief. For a very long time, not a long time, but like a month, I really couldn't read anything because I was in such like an intense Queen's Thief hangover. And I just really needed more books because The Return of the Thief comes out in March, and I needed something to fill the void. So I put a hold on The Captive Prince by C.S. Pascott. The basic plot summary is there is this prince who is basically stripped of his title, and he needs someone's help in getting it back. And it's like politics and like royal plots and schemes and political intrigue, and it just sounds super cool, and I've heard some really, really good things. The next physical book on my TBR is a middle grade book. It's Aru Shah and the End of Time, also by Roshan Joxi. I honestly can't believe I haven't read this. I love Rick Riordan, I love Percy Jackson, I love Roshan Joxi. This character seems awesome and the story seems amazing. And as a Hindu, I'm like super, super hyped. So I borrowed this from a friend, and I know I have to get through what I'm already reading before I can start this, but I'm so hyped for it. Basically, the general plot summary is this girl named Aru Shah. Her parents run this museum of Indian history, and because she wants to impress some girls, she basically ends up releasing a demon. And all of this stuff happens very traditional, like Percy Jackson type setting, and it just sounds so good. The next one is a book that I've basically been eyeing since it was announced. It just seems so amazing and so cool, and I just really, really want to read it, which is 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, which is an anthology edited by Ellen O and Elise Chapman. So, this is like shiny, so I'm just gonna put up a picture. But it's an anthology of Asian short stories by Asian authors. One in particular I've been told is from the specific part of India that I'm from, and I've heard that it's really good, and I'm kind of really hyped for it. And I always love supporting Asian authors and Asian stories, and I think I'm really gonna enjoy it. The last book on my physical books TBR is a book that I've heard kind of mixed reviews for. In general, across BookTube, it has good reviews, but the people that I know personally, like my friends, and just like YouTubers that I watch specifically, have been sort of underwhelmed by it. So it is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I really liked A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, and I really, really liked The City of Ghosts, which I just finished, which is her newest middle grade book. V.E. Schwab seems to have like very good fantasy premises and like really good magic systems, world building. It seems really cool. Vicious, I've heard, can be a little tough to get through, but it does seem super interesting, and the format is really different and interesting. I've said interesting like so many times in this video, but the format seems intriguing, so I'm deciding to give it a shot. Basically, it starts with Victor and Eli, who are college roommates. They both have powers, I think, and they're like both pretty good friends. There's a time jump to 10 years later where Victor is now this like horrible criminal. Or Eli is this horrible criminal. One of them is evil now. I really can't tell from the summary, but these characters seem very interesting and dynamic, and it does sound like a lot of fun to read. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. The last type of books, I guess, is audiobooks. I have American Gods by Neil Gaiman on audiobook. Neil Gaiman, I've heard, is a brilliant, wonderful author, but the only thing I've read from him is Coraline in 5th grade, and then that Narnia short story, The Problem of Susan. And like, his writing seems amazing and beautiful from that, and I don't agree with his Susan ideas, which I will get back to at some point, but I've heard he's an amazing writer. I've heard American Gods is great, and I really do want to check it out. So I have to walk to work like 3 times a week because I don't have a ride. So I am planning on listening to that as I walk to work, and then at downtime at work. So planning on getting through that pretty soon. All right, so that's my immediate TBR. That's 8 books, which is honestly kind of too much considering that like my life is crazy right now. And I'm really, really sorry that this video feels super disjointed and rushed and kind of horrible. This might not even make the light of day. Maybe it's so bad that I just decided to scrap it in editing. Cool. But yeah, if you guys have read any of these books or are planning to read any of these books, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know what your immediate TBRs are. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.